I
You
am
want to
Ryan
start off?
Aquilante here with Nick. You want to go? I'm
No, I
Ryan
was saying you
Aquilante.
start.
Okay, I'm Ryan Aquilante here with Nick Ash today. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing fantastic. I was in the pool an hour ago, so not it was just about 25 minutes ago, so I feel good.
Nice, and we're here, PCLSN Pod. We haven't done one in a while. Sadly, we couldn't do one right after Philly Live Session 1, so getting back to it today. You want to start off with a recap, Nick, of Philly Live Session 1. I know you weren't there for it, but I'll get us rolling with it.
Yep.
So teams that really stood out there, Tyler Judge, they played very well. Philly Live, especially with Jeremiah Deji picking up a lot more offers at Philly Live, shows the power of the showcase they got there. Um, you got any thoughts on Jeremiah Deji before we get any further in the Father Judge's team? They've got a lot of talent there.
Well, I like Judge. I think Judge is a good team, and he's a very good player, and he showed it a little bit last year and what he could do, and now he's going to take that next step, especially with a lot of the guys that they graduated their top player, and so you have to step up. Derek Morton Rivera graduating, and so it's a little tough when that happens. So everybody's got to step up around him.
Yeah, definitely. Corey Copeland, definitely a big factor for Judge's offensive game at Philly Live over the weekend. Performed very well. Judge, they did have a transfer. We'll get into that a little bit later that went out of them. Definitely a big loss for them. Amir Brown, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Archbishop Wood, they played Lakota West too, down to the
Yep.
buzzer at Philly Live. Very intense game. And one thing I realized for any PCL team playing Archbishop Wood, as long as the teams they just need to push in on Jaden Jenkins. If they a lot of the teams like to settle back and take threes nowadays, but Lakota West, they really pushed in and started attacking Jaden Jenkins, and that's what really got them rolling because their perimeter defense, I feel like any team's perimeter defense can be very good, but they really attacked Jaden Jenkins and they really stopped like Woods guards from being any help to them because they all stuck out on the perimeter. And I feel I feel like they could definitely improve that interior with Jaden Jenkins being, what's it, 45 in the country on ESPN.
Yep.
So he could definitely live up to
He's
the
very good.
expectations he has. So, yeah, you got any opinions on Archbishop Wood?
I mean, I do think that they are the top team. They're the team to beat, in my opinion. Jaden Jenkins, obviously that guy. He's your you need a big man to compete in the Catholic League, and he's that guy that they have and that they need. They still have Caleb Lundy, it seems, and he is a star. And he posted something. We believe it was with Made Hoops the other day. Got me a little nervous that he was transferring from Wood there for a second. They brought back Rowan Phillips, which is massive for them, and I think that's what makes them the front runner because they replace Brady McAdams, which is a big loss, with Rowan Phillips, and so you lose a star and you gain an even bigger star, and so that's big for Archbishop Wood.
Like Rowan Phillips picking up a lot of offers down at Philly Live too, racking them up. I'm pretty sure he got one from Georgetown and a few others. But he's definitely proven what he can do there with Archbishop Wood. Definitely, they're gonna be a bigger threat. But I feel like Lakota West, I, they were my favorite team. No matter like out of every team at Philly Live, I just love their style of play. They really just attacked that rim. I can't say it enough, but they really showed what Archbishop Wood's weaknesses are. If any other piece, there's PCL teams with the same talent they have, but I feel like if any team, any PCL team were watching that game, they would definitely realize if they just attack Jaden Jenkins, like it can be a close game down to the wire because the guards on Wood, they didn't really go down and help Jenkins until the final quarter of play when they realized they needed to protect the rim more because I don't think I watched Lakota West take 1 3 throughout that whole
Mm-hmm.
final half of play. So Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Bonner is
me-
his team, so that is what he feels. And oh yes, Pat. And should we rip the Band-Aid off and unfortunately bring somebody on here that we may not want?
yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Tank, Anthony.
What did I do? Rip the Band-Aid off? What is this hating?
The LaSalle graduate, Tank.
Yup.
You were the designated driver for Anthony to Philly Live games because he can't quite drive yet. So is that still your role? Are you still just the Uber driver?
Basically, you know.
Okay, sweet.
Today I got him. I would say it's
Mm-hmm.
him, Sam Sal, and Chris Coleman I have to drop off today. But I'm okay with being the DD.
Nice
I'm more of
polo.
Thank you. PCLSN polo.
Is there a reason that you're wearing your ring?
No. I was wearing it pre-show. Didn't take it off.
Okay. Well, while Tank's here,
Let's
should
Let's
we
get into
talk
the
about?
transfer now? I brought up. Gonna say let's get into the transfer that we were just talking about.
Okay.
Amir Brown to Newman Goretti from Father Judge. Big transfer there. What are you guys' opinions on that?
Well, you're just moving from across town and just going from northeast down to South Philly and still staying kind of in the area. Amir Brown, good player. It'll definitely help out Newman, who lost Munchie Wright, and that's massive loss for them. So I think this helps them in more ways than it doesn't. And so this will be massive for them to get back into contention.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably gonna have a breakout year. I mean, he only averaged about 10 minutes a game last year. He played in almost every game, but I feel like we're gonna see a massive breakout out of him. Newman is a really good team. Obviously, made the PCL championship last year. I just think it's a good move. He might not have gotten as much time at Judge as he will at Newman this year.
They're coached by the South Philly man himself, Carl Aragale. There's nobody more South Philly than Carl Aragale. And that must have been Anthony right there. I'm unsure is what he was doing. Anyways, while Tank's here, I feel as if we should talk about the team that he cares about. LaSalle.
Oh, the Explorers.
Right? They lost in the first round of the Catholic League playoffs. This is year 4 for Ryan Ansell. He is 13-26 in the Catholic League under his guys. They have Tyler Branson. They brought in Larry Brown Jr. as a transfer, but then they lost some guys. Tank, you want to talk about that? Oh, and they still have Max Okabata.
Yeah, I think they'll still be a halfway decent team. I want to say I had them 9th in our rankings after Philly Live 1. I watched them play. They play, and at Philly Live 1, they only played one game with their big man. Larry Brown Jr., new transfer from Penn Charter, who's slated to be fighting for that big man spot against Big Mac O'Neal. But they played without both of them all weekend, and they still went 3-0. So that brings them to, I think that's 7-0, including pre-live and now Philly Live 1. I think this things are really shaping up for this team, shaping up for Coach Ansell, and I think they can have a good year. Losing Price, that's going to be a big thing. He was the big man. He was the anchor. But I think, they just got to move on with it. It is what it is. Can't change the past. Just move forward to a great 2026-27 season.
Do you think that it hurts a little more that their star center, Price Olson, jumped ship from LaSalle and went to the rival, St. Joe's Prep?
I was talking to the guys. They weren't too happy about it. Obviously, at LaSalle, we have a deep hatred towards the Prep. I mean, it runs through
Check that off my bingo
football,
card.
basketball, baseball. It runs through every sport we play. I mean, it stings a little bit more that he went to the prep. But, I mean, at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, we'll see him on that fateful day in January 15th. I know it already. At LaSalle. I mean, he's going to have to come into our house again, facing probably one of the biggest crowds of the season, other than Silent Night. And he's going to have to play through the noise, and then we're just going to have to, I guess we're going to have to prove that we didn't need him, prove that he wasn't a necessity.
Was there, did we drop the rankings, the team rankings? Also, Aqua is gone. There is some trouble over there with him. So we're hoping that he is okay.
Nick, we did drop the team rankings.
Oh, you did drop the team rankings. Okay. All right. There's Anthony behind the camera. Now I got to pull these up because we'll get to that in just a little bit. But anyways, we'll move on to our next team. And I guess it will be St. Joe's Prep, who is led by, and Anthony, if you want to chime in here. Here he comes. Nice. Okay. If you want to chime in here, they're led by Julian and Justin McKee, who were ranked by you guys as number 2, 2028 in the Catholic League, and number 9, 2028, Julian and Justin, respectively. They beat Westminster Academy, they beat Linden, and they beat Hayfield. They went 3-0 in the Philly Live 1 weekend. What did you see? Because you were there. You were watching closely on these guys.
I was. I mean, a plus 70 point differential is extremely impressive for St. Joe's Prep. And that Westminster win and the Hayfield win were solid. No one's going to question that. But beating Linden, a team that beat Newman Goretti and beating them by double digits, that's really impressive. Jules was obviously the star, really impressed by him. Always, I mean, last year, first team All-Catholic, showing improvement still. Justin McKee, obviously a big stock riser as he's just getting more comfortable. Price Alston was just kind of working his way into the system during Live 1. The two guys that really stood out to me, though, Ali Harvey off the bench was spectacular. Nice wing, moved the ball well when he had it, made some threes from the corner. And then Luke Moransky is a guy who averaged 3 points a game last year, really struggled to find his footing, and he was absolutely spectacular all weekend. So, yeah, Live 2, much tougher schedule for the Prep, but I really like where the team's at.
Where do you see them in this upcoming Catholic League season? Do you see them as a contender, still rebuilding?
Yeah, I mean, we have them ranked number 4 right now. I think it's going to be a fight for 4 between the Prep, Newman, and Ryan. I think those 3 teams are all going to be pushing for that number 4 spot. Ryan looked really good. I'm sure we'll talk about them. And then Newman with Amir Brown, right? He's a game changer. I think that we're going to be the number 4 spot. I'm pretty confident in the program getting there. But I think that it could go a number of ways. The good news for the Prep, though, is that you only graduate 3 seniors this year. 2 of them in the rotation. One of them is a guy off the bench. So I think that having a strong 2028 class and then having some good 2029s as well sets them up to probably be the favorites this time next year.
And I want you to stay on here for a minute as we switch to our next team, because I believe that you are very high on this team. I believe you think they have a very deep rotation. That's West Catholic. Would I have that correct?
I was higher on them before Live than after Live.
Okay.
Don't really know what happened to Bell Smith. He's not on the Live 2 roster, so we're going to assume that he's transferred. That's kind of my takeaway there. But Rakeem Johnson, Aiden Lewis, Xavier Fauntroy, Yesai Rozier, Makai Graves, those are your 5. Other than that, I don't see a ton of depth on this Live 2 roster. They've lost some guys.
And before that, before Live 1, you were very high. You said this is a very deep team. You thought they had a lot of depth, and now things have changed.
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to play 8-9 deep, but this weekend it doesn't seem that way. And they got blown out by Seton Hall Prep. I think that was a 20-30 point loss. Nick's laughing at something. I don't know
Can
what.
you put Ryan's comment up, please?
I'm not reading that yet. Let's see. Um,
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Ryan watching from Florence, Italy. I want that known.
Dude,
in
he
Florence,
is so loyal, man.
and he's still watching. He said he's not actually
I
listening
think
to what we're saying, but he is watching.
Hank is definitely turning his camera off right now to drink more water. He is.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
But overall, I just think, and to answer Pat's question to this, yes, I do think the Prep will win today. But West Catholic, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on, but they've lost some guys. So we'll see if they pick up a transfer or something. But right now, I don't remember where we had them ranked. I know it was a little bit lower than we had them before Live 1. Let me check here to
They're
see
at
where
7
we had
right
them.
now.
7, yeah. I think 7's actually really fair. I'm happy with that ranking. But yeah, I mean, Archbishop Ryan lost to Seton Hall Prep on a buzzer beater, I'm pretty sure. Meanwhile, at the same time, West got blown out by them. So I think that's something to talk about. Ryan, good luck making your pasta. I know you will win the whole competition, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
We love you, RTJ.
Let's go, man.
Pre-live,
like
you had him at
dances.
pre-live. We had him at 5.
Yeah, we did have them at 5
on the dance floor.
That
So
was
yeah,
pre-live.
two spot drop for West Catholic. Intrigued to see what they do this weekend.
I guess, before Ryan leaves, we kind of talked about this team, but we didn't really go in depth about them. And that's the team from South Philly. Maybe I'll throw on my Newman hoodie. Newman Goretti, right?
Yeah.
Number 5 in the PCL, you guys have them. Right now, they lost in the Catholic League Championship. They're still coached by the greatest coach in Catholic League history, and that's Carl Aragale. He's 323-56 in the Catholic League.
It's
Unbelievable.
It's
in Live One.
Insane.
In Live 1, they did go 1-2. They lost to Linden by a point. They beat St. Peter's Prep 39-36, and they lost to St. Joseph's Metuchen 57-42. Oh, you're back!
Hey!
We can't hear you, Ryan.
We're getting hold on, wait.
Now we can hear you.
Long story short, we're getting a lot of our stuff painted here at school. And we had our painters are a little bit of bozos, and they sort of like knocked into a fire alarm. So the fire trucks are outside of our school right now. Well, because a painter knocked into the fire alarm. But for Jim though, it's breaking news. It's wait, hold on. It's
Whoa.
Aqua, we have a question from the comments.
Somebody fix Aqua's internet.
Does this have to do with
there was
fire?
no fire, Chloe. We're getting our gin painted like it's this light blue color, and like it's like the top of it. We're getting like a bunch of like I don't know how to call it. We're getting like our it's a bunch of old time stuff being put up like on the top parts of our gym walls, and it's like being painted like this light blue color. And they're like in the middle of that like right now, and they knocked into one of the fire alarms. So it looks really cool because they finished painting. But yeah. So yeah.
Well, we're on Newman Goretti, Aqua. Are you safe? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think we're good. They just pulled out, so.
Okay, all right. See, that's good to hear. We are on Newman Goretti right now. We covered the Prep, West Catholic, Tanks LaSalle team when you left, and now we've landed on Newman and Carl Aragale. We went over their losses and their victory in Live 1 and their schedule for Live 2, where they face Bergen Catholic, Gonzaga, who's always a tough team, and Christian Brothers from New Jersey. So 2 New Jersey teams and then one of the better teams in DC. What does everybody think about Newman? You guys still have him, or we still have him number 5 in the Philadelphia Catholic League. What do we think here?
Personally, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of whoever does these rankings. I might move a few things around. Otherwise, I don't think Newman should be number 5, maybe a little bit lower, because as of right now, I think Marquise Newson, he'd probably have to put the team on his back to carry them in order to get towards like a higher seed in the PCL. I don't think Corey Copeland, he's a great player, credit to him, and they just got Amir Brown, but Marquise Newson, he's been on this team for a good bit now, and I just feel he'd probably have the team on his back in order to get far in this PCL season. I'm not a big fan of where they stand in the rankings. I might have them at like an 8 seed. I'm not sure if 5 would be the right seed. Not saying Devin should be higher though, but yeah, I'm not a fan.
I would like to say Corey Copeland is not on Newman Goretti.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
did
was
skip
thinking.
Definitely on
past that.
Father Judge.
But did anybody see how Jacob Allen performed in Live 1? Oh, that was
I
obviously
did.
big news from one of their big transfers. Did anybody see how he was?
I didn't, but like respectfully, Aqua, I have to disagree here. Marquise Newson, London Collins, and then
That's
you've
what I was
got
going at.
yeah, London Collins, EJ Stanton. We've got, and I'm already getting texts complaining about number 8 for Newman Goretti. That's the hottest take of the day. And then you've got Jacob Allen, and you added Amir Brown. That's a really solid starting 5 for these Saints. I'm really happy with that Brown pickup. He's going to be the X factor that I think could get them into a Palestra spot, which would be really, really interesting to see. I think what the reason Newman Goretti didn't win last year, I said it a million times before, I'll say it again, it's because they did not work hard enough. They didn't work hard enough in practice, and they only turned it on in game in the fourth quarter when they had to. They tried that against Father Judge. It did not work. So I think that this group is hopefully going to be better. I think they're going to be more motivated. Talking to some of the guys this weekend, it seems like the group is gelling together really well, which I like. I think last year you had a lot of guys who wanted the ball as well. I think this year you're going to see more selfless basketball. And I think Carl Argale, I mean, he's going to preach that the entire
Please
year.
pin Pat's comment. Yes, and Argyle. You are
Argale's
correct.
the biggest X factor in of any team, just because, I mean, 12, 13 championships, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that from there I would go. Nick, do you have any comment on that?
I will look actually right now, and I will.
No. On the comments.
Oh, which one?
The one I.
I don't know. I'm gonna look at his Wawa order.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I need Nick
I'm gonna
Nash
look.
this all.
Okay.
Okay.
Purchases every day until I get a brand deal. Featuring.
Oh, Tank already has it off. Let's not get
How did you do it
copyrighted.
so quickly? Yeah, please not. Episode 1 of showing my Wawa run until I
Man.
get a brand deal. Okay.
Let's
Okay,
see.
there's
Let's see.
Team Cap. Okay, let's see what he gets.
Aiden Davis. Oh, it's a
It
panini.
appears that he gets a panini, and he gets. Okay, I'm a little confuzzled here. He gets a panini, fellas.
Barbecue Ranch.
All right, those are his toppings. Then he
Pepper.
gets a seasoning on there, and that's what he gets. He gets a nice panini. Oh, and then he gets 2 go-go squeezes.
Are you playing this on double speed or something? How are you so far ahead of me?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Okay, then he grabbed.
He just grabbed something. I didn't see.
He grabbed a
it.
drink, and it appears to be an iced
Oh, it's
tea.
an iced tea.
And I messed with that. That's
And
good.
he
Oh,
just
and he
knocked
dropped
over
the
whole
entire
protein
thing
bar.
of protein bars. Yes, he got
Nice.
2 Calypsos, a protein bar, a go-go squeeze, and iced tea, and then he got his panini. You know what? I messed with it. All right. Anyways, back on track. Thank you, Chloe, for bringing that to our attention. Where did we leave off?
We left off
Newman
on,
Goretti.
Tank might actually stay here the whole time, which is crazy.
we left
Yeah,
off
10
on me.
It's got to go in 10 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, we left off on me discussing
What did Ooh.
me discussing EJ Stanton, and I said it before live, Nick.
Yep.
I mean, Ryan for sure knows this. I know he watched a lot of EYBL. But Nick, EJ Stanton was a star for NJ Scholars on EYBL this spring.
Yeah.
He really stood out. I think that he's going to be a big difference maker for Neiman Goretti this year. Marquise Newsom's obviously your number one guy, but EJ is going to be big.
We got to hit the other key teams with the time we have. Go to Holy Ghost Prep real quick. This is their first year in the Catholic League. They're still ranked 15. They lost to Auden Reed, and they beat Kensington in Live 1. And you have on our spreadsheet that they play Holy Ghost Prep. So they play themselves.
They play the two teams they play. I'm going to remember this. They play Mastery Camden, and they play Central Bucks West. Those are their two.
Okay, perfect. You have that as Holy Ghost Prep plays Holy Ghost Prep. You might want to update that.
A little bit tired
have
last
any thoughts
night.
on Holy Ghost Prep?
Not much to see. I watched them on Friday. It's gonna take some work. I really like Coach Heston. Got to meet him for the first time. Great guy. I think he's the right guy to lead the program into the PCL. But it's going to take time. It's a process. So will Ghost probably finish last this year? Yes. But right now they're just not a PCL caliber team. But as they play PCL teams in the winter, I think that they'll be able to start to meet the competition over time.
All right, Aqua. Oh, Tank? Sorry.
I want to jump in on that. I got the pleasure of watching Ghost on Friday with Sorgi, and that is, I mean, they played Kensington, and it looked like half of the time it was an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kensington, I mean, I don't know what Kensington's record was last year, but
I'll get that.
They didn't look good to you, Tank?
They were not good. I mean, and I don't want to, like, trash on a team because, I mean, they beat us last year. But this is not the Holy Ghost Prep that beat LaSalle last year.
They did graduate a lot of guys, which is what we saw, and that was the concern coming in. And so, no, it is not the same Holy Ghost Prep that beat LaSalle because they did lose a lot of those players. Yeah, we're fighting crunch time, fellas.
I mean, they lost three starters for graduation and another to transfer. By the way, to answer your question, Tank, Kensington finished 15-5, number 363 in Pennsylvania last year. And yeah, this was the big loss. Pat just commented it. Liam Condon to Germantown to 2028. That was their big loss.
Yeah, Germantown was stealing players left and right a couple weeks ago. Nick Neary. I think he just took another kid from a Catholic League team.
Yeah.
Aqua. The next team I think we should hit is I want Aqua to speak on. And that's because it's the Devon Prep Tide, who beat Dover 61-53 and lost to Andover 73-39. Aqua, what did you see in Live 1 with your Tide?
I think them credit. They beat Hudson Catholic, and they've got this talented. He's really good. I forget what the guy's name was, but he was a really shifty guard. He hit like a step back fadeaway three on two of our guys. Yeah, and he was insane. So I give them credit for beating Hudson. Andover, oh boy. I did research on them after the game. They have the best three-point shooter in the Adidas circuit and the top 15 U player in the Adidas circuit. So we got our butts kicked there. So I think all of our coaches, they didn't do much research going into the game since it's Philly Live. Like no coach goes too deep into the whole scout and report stuff. So they asked me after the game, go do research on who these kids were. And I got back to them with the best three-point shooter in the Adidas circuit and the best 15 U player. And they're like, that's why. So Philly Live session 1, 2-1. So they got a good record. And I love what they're doing right now. They got the big guy, Caleb Tessife, gotten a lot more attention around him heading in Philly Live. We have a couple injuries too. Cooper Fairland, he was out. Saeed Garrett, he was out too. Two of our big guard. Well, Saeed's a guard, but he's not 6 foot, more like 5'10", 5'9", but he's really shifty, can shoot. Cooper, he was a big loss for us at Philly Live, so love to see him back at Philly Live session 2. He was in the gym the other day, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure whether he was full on practicing or not.
Well,
Nick,
we
can I
still got.
can I just defend myself really quick?
Yes, please.
I can't get this. I can't put the score in the doc if I'm not sent the score.
Okay. All right. You
I just
should
want
have
that on the
asked
record.
somebody.
I did ask for the
Anyways,
score. I did ask for the score.
We've got a couple more teams to cover and not a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
Bless
we're
you,
going to
Tay.
have to start banging through
Thank you.
these so we can get to the rankings that Aqua wants to cover because he does not agree with them. So I guess we'll move to Archbishop Carroll. I didn't see them play, but I saw a lot of the things that they did. Obviously, the biggest name that they have right now is Nick Lugendo and Bryce Correa, who, when I told Anthony transferred to Carroll, he said to me, "It doesn't matter. He came from a 1A school," and then he proceeded to score.
I was wrong. I will admit,
and then
I was
he
wrong.
scored 28 and 30 points. They lost to Parkland, which is a team that they beat last year, and that just shows they did lose a lot of their key players, and they beat Exeter. This team should be around that number 10 spot, like they're ranked right now. I don't blame anything. I think, though, they do have high upside. They could be a very solid team. I don't know that there's a lot of very deep star teams right now in the Catholic League aside from Bonner and Wood and possibly Judge. A lot of the teams are really what if this happens. So I have to kind of say that I think my boys have a lot of upside and they could get things done and be contending in the Catholic League. Anyways, now we must move on. Anybody have anything?
Jim, we haven't talked about Bonner Prendy other than Corey Francis.
Yes. That's where we're moving there.
Okay, yeah, I want to go to Bonner.
Ryan will be next. Bonner, they lost to St. John's College 86-83 and lost to Second Baptist 72-70. The third score is not here because the man that made the Google Doc did not try hard enough. So 0-2.
Did not get that score.
Come on, Sorgi.
0-2.
Did not get that score.
As we have, maybe they won that last game. Anyway,
they did. I was about to talk about that.
They did beat Lakota West.
I watched. And no one else saw all 3 Bonner games, right?
I saw 2.
Did anyone else see all? Okay, thanks all 2.
you were at the game and you don't. You were at the game.
I wasn't the one taking the stats. I wasn't the one taking the stats. I was not taking.
There's a scoreboard.
Yes, I know, but I was.
Hold on.
It was not my game. It was not my game.
Let me text.
You are so right.
Let me text Corey.
So right.
Okay.
Game that poster that Sorgi, the poster Alston had on that neighbor 55-45 in Bonner. I don't know his name, but that was insane. I was trying to go back and screen record that on the Baller TV, but you got to pay a freak to $35 to even watch anything.
Oh my god!
So game 1 lost in overtime. Overtime Philly Live rules are weird. It is first to 3 points. So 83-83 at the end of regulation against the St. John's team that is absolutely spectacular. And then they dropped that one in heartbreaking fashion. Second Baptist, spectacular game. Reese Alston is he's so good. Like, best player that played last week or in Live 1 by far. So just tough matchup there. But game 3, Lakota West, one of the top teams in Ohio, they ran circles around. That was I think a 20-point, or they were up 20 at one point. I think it ended up being like a 10-point or something.
Per Corey Francis, they won by 12.
Yes. So they were up big at one point. Bonner's flow was spectacular. Wood looked great last weekend. Bonner looked a lot better. Now, to be fair, Wood did not have Caleb Lundy. But Jaden Jenkins struggled a little bit. Rowan Phillips looked great. For Bonner, they were firing on all cylinders. Russell Eady got some good minutes, which I was happy to see. He's going to, I think, adjust quickly to the Catholic League. Bonner, to me, is the number 1 clearly right now until we see Wood with Caleb Lundy perform at a high level.
I also want to throw some shout out to someone who didn't get a decent amount of love from you, Sorgi. Aiden Davis, the St. George's transfer. I mean, he's a class of 2029, and I mean his showing I mean, he could be a 1-2 player in that class for the Catholic League. I mean, I've gotten the pleasure to watch him. He's on my AAU team, actually. So I've gotten the pleasure to watch him a while recently. And, I mean, this kid is a baller. I mean, he'll do anything for his team to win. And, I mean, coming into a loaded Bonner squad, I mean, I think he's going to do big things. And we saw him come on and then run without a big man a lot at Philly Live 1, which was pretty strange to me because they have two big men. I mean, they have Russell Edey and they have Chuck Quackenbush, who I don't think saw any time at Philly Live 1. But I thought it was a little strange how they ran that 5-guard offense. But, I mean, I think this Aiden Davis kid's going to make an impact in the Catholic League this year.
And we haven't even talked about the offers that were picked up.
Hank's going to college, by the way.
Cam Jackson picked up 4 offers after only having 1 going into Philly Live. And then Corey Francis, biggest stock riser of the weekend when it comes to offers. I mean, we all knew he was this good, but the college coaches giving him some love. Xavier, Mississippi State, St. Louis, and South Florida all offering the reigning Catholic League MVP.
I hate to do this, but Tank's got to get on the road to go to the Six-Man Center. I live like an hour and 10 minutes away.
Listen.
Thank you for having me.
Be my
Tank,
guest.
see you in an hour.
Thank you, Tank.
Sorgi, I'll see you in an hour.
Thank you,
Aqua, are you there today?
It depends. I've got flag football tonight, so we'll see.
MASH
tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow. I can't.
I'll be there all day tomorrow.
I'm not there tomorrow. I'll be there on Sunday, though.
That sucks. I work on Sunday. All right, bye, Tank. We have, the teams that we didn't cover so far are Roman Catholic, Archbishop Ryan, Lansdale Catholic, and Cardinal O'Hara. And we only have a couple of minutes, and Aqua really wants to go over these rankings. He put it in the outline for a reason. So what do we do?
I just add
and Tom
comments on those two? I can talk about Ryan and Roman very briefly.
Okay, go quick.
Archbishop Ryan, on paper, not a Palestra contender. They're a Palestra contender. Just the way that they're playing as a group, this is a group that's meshed really well over their time. I was there at their camp on, Tuesday? And you can tell just by being around the guys there, even when they're not competing, they have just great chemistry and a great group as a whole. I think they're going to be contending for a spot at the Cathedral come this winter. And then Roman Catholic. Work to do. I'll say that. But where do we have them ranked? I think 11. I think they could get into that 10 spot. It's going to take a lot of work for them to get higher. We heard rumors about transfers. Those transfers don't seem to be happening right now. So it's looking like Roman is pretty set in stone unless they make a pickup probably from out of the area, because it doesn't seem like any big names in the area are going to be coming in. So that's what we're looking like. It's just it's really just that they don't have the talent. Shane Jackson is working. He's getting better. He's working. He's getting better. But Brad Wanamaker's the star for the Cahillites. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't paying attention.
Personally, Nick, to build off what Sorgi said, Shane Jackson, he's got a lot of potential though too.
He does.
He can score a 3-pointer. He's a 3-level scorer. Scores 3-pointer. I saw him make 3 threes in a row the other, which was really good for their start off. I forget who they were playing. I texted Sorgi, said they were playing Rutgers and they were playing Reading or something. But he started off really strong in that game the other day, and I didn't expect much coming out of Roman going into that game, and I think they started off pretty strong. Pretty sure they were down at halftime by a good 5-10 points, but they started off strong. I think they got a lot of potential going down the road, though.
And Lansdale Catholic, Cardinal O'Hara, and Commonwealth Egan are all in the same boat on our Google Doc. We have no scores for them. We only have one for Egan and Lansdale. Nice job, Anthony. You really tried hard.
I got every score that I was given in our wrap from our writers. That's what I did.
Okay, you really tried hard. Lansdale beat the City School 47-35. First year under Bill Coleman, they went 2-11 last year. Just very briefly, Cardinal O'Hara. We have no scores for them, so can't say what they did or did not do. And Commonwealth Egan beat Cedar Creek 61-35, and it's year 3 for Sean Tate. He's 16-28. Now, Aqua, the rankings that you have been. You put it in the outline.
I need a good reason why Archbishop Wood is over Bonner Premi. I need a good reason.
The summer volume 2 rankings is what we're going off of, correct? These rankings are posted. Bonner 1, Wood 2, Judge 3, Prep 4, Newman 5, Ryan 6, West 7, Devon Prep 8, LaSalle 9, Archbishop Carroll 10, Roman Catholic 11, Egan 12, O'Hara 13, Lansdale 14, and Holy Ghost Prep is at 15. And I agree with Aqua. Archbishop Wood should be in that one spot. But he's got a lot of changes that he made. He made changes from 1 to 8. So, yeah, go for it, Aqua.
Wood's at 1 for me. They're just overloaded with talent, first of all, Sorgi. Like,
they're not.
I agree. No, I agree.
Like, if you actually watched Bonner and then you watched Wood against the same opponent, it was night and day of these two teams. Jaden Jenkins has all the potential in the world. I'm not going to hate on him too much.
Who's Wood without?
Caleb Lundy. I understand that.
That's their star player. That's their best player.
I understand that. But, I understand that. But, Jaden Jenkins just did not look the same as he looked in the winter. He was not playing well. Look at Pat. Pat's right. Again,
I will. But, I'm just telling you, you say they played the same opponent. Bonner was 10 times better. Maybe because Wood was without their star player.
I am not gonna argue on that. I'm not gonna argue on that point. But what I'm trying to say is let's see them both this weekend fully healthy, and then we can make a judgment. One team looked better. Let's put the team that looked better higher. And this is very true. It took Rowan Phillips carrying them on their backs to keep up. It was the Rowan Phillips
because they were without Caleb Lundy. Because they were without Caleb Lundy.
But you should still have a good 2-man game with Jaden Jenkins.
I'm not seeing Bonner because I'm staying at the 6-man center tomorrow.
Okay, well, Nick, there is a shuttle. There is a shuttle.
Is there really?
Well, I will be on the shuttle.
Oh, shoot.
Thank you to Imhotep Charter for providing that for us.
Shuttle, man.
We're also forgetting Wood Moscow wasn't even in there coaching. It was the other coaches in there. Moscow himself wasn't even up there.
I understand that, but still, your assistants should do a good job.
I still want to hear what
they were doing a good job, but it's not this exact same.
Also,
without having
wait. The best part about this, Aqua doesn't even have Bonner 2. He doesn't
that's
even
where
have
I
Bonner
really
2.
have a. That's where I really have a problem.
He doesn't even have Bonner 2.
And I agree with Pat here. Imhotep looked great without Noble. They didn't have Noble, and they were still great. Your coach only does in the Catholic League, your coach probably only wins you on average maybe 2-3 games. It's not that much of a swing unless you have an atrocious coach. It's not going to be that much of a swing. I need an explanation about Judge Bonner.
And he's got Judge over Bonner.
The reason I had Judge over Bonner, I had Judge over Bonner because first off, they've got a lot of size. Not saying the 7'2".
He's not wrong.
Okay, Pat, I agree with you there, but I had Judge over Bonner because their size. Jeremiah Deji, he's really good, but saying they got that 7'2" guy. I forget what his name is, but he's okay. He's okay, but paired up with Jeremiah Deji, that's just really hard to stop and get down low. Then they've got the guards up top that are really good. Corey Copeland, he put on a good show at Philly Live too. So I wouldn't be surprised if Judge Bonner can beat Judge. Bonner can beat Judge. It's a tie for that 2 seed, but I'm just a fan of Judge over Bonner. Bonner can beat Judge.
But
And
you
you
don't
have
think
Bonner
Bonner can
3.
beat Wood. You don't think Bonner can beat Wood.
I don't really know. I like Wood.
When they play, I'm not gonna give out information about where and when they're
teams
playing.
Tank leaked
those
the date
teams
of
got
prep
heavily,
LaSalle, by
like-
the way.
Oh, did he actually say the date?
Yes.
Oh wow.
The date
Okay, Tank
and
Hotham
the
leaking
place.
information.
And yeah, that was mistake number 1.
Tank Hotham leaking information. I mean, I think it actually might be public to the LaSalle students. I think it actually is. I think it's on their website. But I'm not going to talk about where and when, but all I'm going to say is Bonner will beat Archbishop Wood. I am very confident in that.
But he agrees with you at prep at 4. But then you guys have Newman at 5. He does not. He has Newman at 7.
The Newman, like they have Amir
Aqua.
Brown now. Like we did this ranking before they got Amir Brown, and now that they have
Aqua.
Amir Brown, it's a clear
West
top.
Catholic, this is a flip-flop. You guys have West Catholic at 7. Aqua has West Catholic at 5. Defend yourself with West Catholic at 5 and a team that Anthony said has not a lot of depth. They're not that solid anymore. What do you think? I saw the terror, the fear in his eyes, by the way, Anthony's eyes, when I said West Catholic at 5.
West Catholic at 5 is like they lost Bell Smith. They lost guys. They didn't look good last weekend. It was rough. It was really, really rough. They only have 5 proven players on their roster. Like, what else? Are we really expecting them to compete for a Palestra spot right now? Maybe down the road, but like Aqua, like, what you got to explain.
Catholic play. I think I'd like to Philly Live. They're just a team full of like really athletic guards, and like I like that because they don't have to revolve around having the big guys play like a huge role in the team. Like they don't have any big guys to like have to worry about playing a huge role. Having a bunch of like pretty decent sized guards that are around like 6'2", 6'5", it just gives them a lot of options. Like even guarding like the bigger guys in the PCL, like I feel it just gives them a lot more options. Like they don't have to worry about getting a big guy down in the paint every possession.
Makai Graves,
and they
I'd
can
say, is a
also
pretty
score,
big
too.
guy.
He didn't score
Makai-
much when I watched them play.
I love this. This is great.
Yeah, I'm not arguing about that, but like I'm just saying. So we have think about
You guys
this.
like
We
my
have-
shirt?
I do, Nick. We have 6'6",
Yeah.
28 Aiden Lewis. He's a guard. We have 6'3" forward Yesai Rozier, who, by the way, most underrated player in the PCL last year, averaged 11 points and 9 rebounds. We have 5'8" Rakeem Johnson, 6'5" Xavier Fontroy. He's a shooting guard. And then 6'5" forward Makai Graves. That's not a team full of guards. You've got 3 guards and 2 forwards.
And 6'5", 6'2".
What'd you say?
I was saying there's 6'5", 6'2" guards
But they're
that
not
can
guards.
play
They don't play
anything.
like guards. Like there's a difference between a guard and a forward in basketball. They do different things. They have different styles of play.
But still, they get down the paint, score, and they don't have to worry about having the big guy in the paint every possession. Like when you have to worry about having a big guy rotate in and out of the paint every possession, it gives the other team more options to get in the paint and score because they just take the big guy out of the paint because he. I have West Catholic at 6, but that's debatable. I like their style of play though.
So just going back, do you have them over Ryan?
Yes. He has Ryan at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that a team that lost to Seton Hall Prep 53-27 is better than a team that lost to Seton Hall Prep by 2 points. But they played the same team. But they played the same team, and they had very different results.
The scores.
What'd you say?
I didn't look at those scores. I've never even done research on Seton Hall.
I'm just saying that Ryan lost them on a buzzer beater, and Wes got blown out by them. That's all I'm saying.
And then he's got Newman at 7. He flip-flopped West and Newman.
Fan of Newman being higher than I'm not a fan. I like Newman. I like Marquise Newsom. I don't know how much they'll have a competitive game with Ryan. I don't know how close our guys will be with Newman. But I feel like this 7 down the 1, any team can beat anybody. I know rankings are rankings. Whoever you have above is gonna beat the team lower. But I feel like any of these teams on any given day can beat like anybody. It's not like SJP's got a good team this year after last year not being so great. But I feel like any team can beat any team from 7 down the 1.
Not so great.
What?
St. Joe's Prep last year. Not so great.
Yeah, not so great. I'm just saying, it's facts.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I'm not. Do you think I'm going to argue with that? I'm not going to argue with that.
I thought. I mean, I didn't. think
We
they
we
were
weren't
bad.
great last year.
I mean, I thought that they were pretty decent. Anyways, they were carried by White Boy Will. That's my
and Julian McKee.
and Julian McKee. 2 very good players. Anyways, we have officially gone 6 minutes over time because of Aqua's rankings.
Okay.
But I mean, he agrees with the rest after that. He keeps Devon Prep at 8. He still has some bias. I think
That's
you
not
know.
biased.
I
Devon's
think
a good
my
team.
bias. I think my bias is Archbishop Carroll's going to jump, even though there's somebody that is not on their roster right now. Also, Isaiah Joe just got traded from the Thunder. I don't know if anybody cares about that, but I was just looking on Instagram. Anyways, even though there is somebody massive not on that Carroll Alive 2 roster, I do think that maybe they'll make a jump up from where they were
Well, Melo Ball trade
in your
Georgie.
current rankings. That was pretty massive
That
too.
was
You
a
need a
big
graphic for that.
I need a graphic for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if
We got today then?
What if T. Sorber got traded? Would you make a graphic for that?
Actually, probably yes. I probably would. If he's a PCL guy, we're supposed to report the PCL.
That's true.
It's
We're
Giannis
not
really.
going
trade- Oh,
to
yeah,
talk
wait,
about
can
that.
we
We're not
talk
going to talk
about
about
Giannis?
that.
Milwaukee boy. Hey, Mr.
No,
Milwaukee
we
boy.
have
we
we had a
have
hard
time.
11:15 out. We had a hard
No,
11:15 out.
No. We had an 11.
I'm leaving my house in
out.
13 minutes,
Hey,
and I need to
we
make
had an
make my lunch. I need
Hey,
to make my
we
lunch.
had an 11:10 out. Our out was 11:10. We're already 7 minutes over. Giannis Antetokounmpo traded from Milwaukee to the Miami Heat. I told Anthony. I've been telling Anthony for 3 years that I think Giannis is going to get traded, but I said that he was going to
I
get
knew it
traded
was
to
going to
Golden State
happen.
Warriors.
I knew it was
He
going to happen.
kept denying it. He kept saying, "My Giannis is never going anywhere. He loves Milwaukee." And so now, Sorgi's got to go back to Milwaukee, all sad without his golden.
No,
boy.
it was a great.
To be fair, I think he doesn't really watch Milwaukee sports anymore. He just focuses
That's a
on
bad
Philadelphia
take.
sports. I
That
don't
was
think he does.
that.
When's the last
Nick.
time you watched a Brewers game?
When did I watch the Brewers last? It was a couple weeks ago. I
Like,
think.
exactly. Like,
I've been
what?
watching. I have not watched any baseball this year, Nick. I've watched like 2 Brewers games, and I went to 1 Phillies game.
You're a fraud. You used to watch the Brewers every day.
I did, but we're watching the World Cup now. We're watching the World Cup.
When's the
now.
last time when the Bucks were in season? Would you watch the Bucks every game?
I didn't because I don't have NBA League Pass.
That's true. What about they don't have a hockey team? What about the
No.
Green Bay Packers?
I watched every single Packers game when they weren't on TV.
And he wears his cheese head too while he's watching it.
I actually
Get
don't
it down.
anymore.
You have it. Get it down.
It's right over there.
I know it is. He's got a Rogers jersey.
I actually don't know where my Rogers jersey is. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, when the Packers weren't on TV, we would go to like Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the game. I'm still a very loyal Green Bay Packers fan. But back to the point of Giannis, I do want to say I think that was actually a really good move for the Bucks. Yeah, we shouldn't be talking that much about non-PCL basketball though, so I think we should just.
No, we are because we got to make it to that hour mark somehow, right? We're at 54.
No, we
44.
don't. We don't.
Gotta make it to that hour mark somehow. Am I right?
On that note, guys, good pod. I think we might need to I feel like we might need to do a Ryan and Ryan show once Sully's back from Italy.
Can
'cause
I
think
can I
that we-
join? I'll change my name to Ryan. I need RTG.
Because I think we could
Can
get
I do a
actually some
podcast
really
with RTG?
we could get some really good debate out of that with the rankings. I think that Sully has some strong opinions.
Can I do can we do an Italian podcast with me and Ryan?
I'm Italian.
Yeah, but okay, then you can join.
Okay, yeah. I'm not against an Italian podcast.
Score!
On that note, though, thank you all for watching. Philly Live coverage will be around the clock 24/7 this weekend. So keep up with the Instagram, subscribe to the Substack if you haven't yet. And game start at 1:10. LC against Southern Lehigh. Last game of the weekend, Father Judge St. John's. Sunday at 3:30. I will be there all 3 days. Nick will be there tomorrow. Ryan, what days will you be there?
Saturday and Sunday. Maybe
Okay.
tonight, not sure.
If you see us, say hi. But keep up to date with us on Instagram at PCLSN, on X at PCL Sportsnet. Substack is PCLSN.substack.com. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and as always, go Prep.
No, what?